Social Security $1,215 monthly checks for everyone and the new details. I have all the information and exactly what you need to know right here in the video. Let's get right into it. I know in this video we're specifically focusing on Social Security and all the millions of beneficiaries who do receive their benefits administered by the Social Security Administration, including but not limited to retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, and SSI beneficiaries, which is a lot of people who do rely on these monthly benefits every single month. Well, I do want to talk about these $1,215 ongoing monthly checks for all of these beneficiaries, what the plan is, and what is being discussed about this, because this would actually be an interesting plan and something I've seen floating around in the headlines for at least a few months now, but I do want to bring the details to you and let you know what they're talking about as of right now and how this could potentially be implemented sooner than possibly later. Let's get into it and talk about what's going on. Really fast before we do, thanks for joining me. If you have not done so yet, make sure to do yourself a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day, watching all the headlines, watching the information, any new reports that are coming out, new bills, packages, proposals, anything being introduced right now or anything showing up you can possibly grab it or take advantage of, including but not limited to money, benefits, raises to benefits, checks, programs, stimulus checks, monthly checks, anything else like that. Again, I'm watching it all closely and bringing it to your attention immediately as it's hitting the wire right here in these videos. So again, thanks for joining me. Do yourself that huge favor. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. And also feel free to share this video with your friends, family, social media. It is a very busy time right now. This year is all about you, the low income and fixed income beneficiaries. I've been saying it for months and here we are. And that's exactly what's happening. So again, thanks for being here. I truly appreciate literally every single one of you. And let's get into it and talk about $1,215 ongoing monthly checks. What are the details behind this? And what does this actually mean? Because this is actually a pretty interesting concept. But I want to break down the details of this because I've seen this out there in the headlines a number of times recently. I want to bring this to your attention because this would actually be life-changing in a variety of ways for a lot of people. So interesting idea. However, we know this much as far as what's going on right now, right? We know that Social Security will be reformed. We know that for a fact. This is not like some shock. It's not some surprise like, whoa, wait, Social Security is going to be reformed? Yeah, it will be. It's going to be reformed in a major way. Now, here's the thing. The contrast is if they do not reform it, if they do nothing to the program, guess what? We're all going to see our benefits cut. Well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people, about 66 million people are going to see their benefits cut by about 23 to 25%. So that's the contrast. Either they reform it or we all see our benefits go down by a pretty substantial margin almost immediately in a number of years. So that would not be a good situation, right? So anyway, let me explain what's going on here. So, as we all know, especially those of you here in this community that have been watching the videos for a while now, you know that they want to reform Social Security, and we've seen tons and tons of proposals, plans, bills, all kinds of things like this to reform the program, ideas, all kinds of stuff like this, right? I brought them to your attention, but here's another one that I've seen out there a number of times, and again, I want to bring this to your attention. So, we all know that there is the federal poverty line, right? The federal poverty line adjusts each and every year. It generally goes up, depending on what's going on across the nation and the economy, things like this, but it goes up, a little bit of a margin each and every year. However, here's what they want to do. They're talking about potentially flattening out Social Security benefits so that everybody gets a benefit at the federal poverty line. Interesting concept, right? Now, here's the thing. There are millions of people that get benefits well below the federal poverty line. So basically, they're, getting a benefit below the federal poverty line. So they're talking about the details and thinking, higher income beneficiaries get benefits that are well above the federal poverty line. A lot of times, these individuals have income in conjunction with their monthly benefit, but also they have other income like maybe dividend income, maybe annuities, maybe rental income, maybe portfolio income, maybe a pension. Again, the list goes on and on. There's all kinds of different ways that somebody could have income, but there's a lot of ways that they have income. And they find that higher income beneficiaries generally have multiple sources of income. Meanwhile, people that have income usually around that $2,000 a month or less generally rely on their monthly benefit for about all or most of their monthly income. So what the idea is that they floated out there is that why don't we just flatten out benefits? We shave down high income benefits, we shuffle that money over to lower income beneficiaries, and at the end of the day, everybody gets a benefit flat right at the federal poverty line, which happens to be, as of right now, $1,215 on a monthly basis, or $14,580 for the entire year, which, by the way, if you take that $14,580 and you divide it out over the course of 12 months, it's $1,215 a month. So that's where that number comes from, okay? So anyway, if they were to actually shave these benefits down, now here's what's interesting about this. If they took all these benefits and brought them all down to the federal poverty line, $1,215 a month, this would basically shave down benefits for higher income people a lot. Well, think about it. There's not as many people receiving a benefit below the federal poverty line. So now there'd be a surplus of money, right? If all of a sudden everybody gets a benefit at the same amount, a $1,215 check every single month as their monthly benefit, well, guess what? Now they have a huge surplus of cash because the higher income people and anybody above that level, now there's a lot of extra money. So basically this sits in the trust fund, therefore pushing out insolvency way out into the future. So this actually does a number of different things. I don't know if this would be the best plan in the world. I'm just saying right now that's my opinion, but again, who cares what my opinion is, okay? I'm not here to share with you my opinions. That doesn't really matter. Who cares? What I think doesn't really matter, right? Nobody really cares. We want to focus on what may be happening, what could be happening, what may they be doing to the program, right? How could this affect your benefits? But anyway, so as a result of this could potentially do a couple different things. Number one, it would raise benefits for lower income beneficiaries to lift them out of poverty essentially, and to lift them above the federal poverty line. So that's number one. Number two, it would shave down benefits of higher income people who may not rely on Social Security for the majority of their monthly benefit, right? Okay. And then next, it would also add or basically keep a lot of extra money in the Social Security Trust Fund, which would ultimately push out insolvency for a very long time out in the future because not nearly as much money would be paid out to beneficiaries on a monthly basis. So it's kind of like a threefold effect. However, do you think people that are getting, I don't know, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, $3,500 a month from Social Security would really enjoy to see their benefits cut by, say, $2,000 or so? I don't know about that. That's what I'm saying. I don't really know if this is the best approach here. But again, who cares what I have to think, right? It doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, this is just one proposal. Now, there's been a lot of proposals out there. There's a lot of ideas. Now, another one that is very similar to this is basically taking benefits of the highest 10% of beneficiaries. So whoever that encompasses, basically taking all the people that receive the highest benefits, the top 10% of beneficiaries, again, doing the exact same approach, shaving their benefit down a little bit over a long period of time, and then basically taking all that money and shuffling it over to lower income beneficiaries until they receive benefits that are equivalent, sorry, had a hard time saying that word, equivalent to the federal poverty line, again, $1,215 a month, okay? So again, that's another concept. Now here's the thing. Somebody receiving, call it, I don't know, $3,500 a month, $3,800 a month, something like this from Social Security. Do you think they would really miss, I don't know, $100, $200, $300 a month? Probably not really, right? They're probably not relying on all that money for the vast majority of their income. Now, I can't speak for these people. I don't really know. I'm just simply saying, based on the high benefit that they have it for a reason. They probably earned a lot of money over a long period of time, basically accruing all of that they've paid in through Social Security payroll taxes and maxing out those monthly benefits, right? So as a result of that, this is another talking point that's out there, which is, wait, rather than shaving all benefits down to the federal poverty line or basically making them flat, basically turning Social Security into a guaranteed basic income program, why don't we just shave down benefits of the top 10% of highest income beneficiaries, shave those down over long periods of time, and take any money from that and shuffle it over to the lowest income beneficiaries until all those lower income people are at parity or equilibrium or equivalent to, you like that? Equivalent to the federal poverty line, $1,215 a month. Again, I would think, in just my personal opinion here, I would think that next option right there of just kind of focusing on the highest 10% of beneficiaries would probably be the best approach. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that anybody should see their benefits cut. I'm just simply saying, I don't think it's going to fly to cut everybody's benefit and bring them down to the federal poverty line. Just saying, okay? That's my opinion on it. I don't think that's the best approach. That's just me. I'm just saying. But maybe focused on higher income people because they probably don't rely on the money as much as somebody who receives a benefit below the federal poverty line relies on it, right? Somebody receiving, say, $900 a month is probably way more reliant on that money than somebody receiving $3,500 a month. Kind of see what I'm saying, right? So anyway, hope this one helps you. But again, I want to bring this to your attention really quickly here. We don't know what reform is going to happen to Social Security. All we do know is that change will be taking place. If they don't change, guess what? Benefits will be cut for about 66 plus million people by anywhere between 20 and 25%. So that's the contrast. That's the other side of the equation here. So do you think we should do something or should we not? I would say it's probably pretty important that we do something, right? So anyway, want to bring this to your attention quick. Anytime that I come across new information or new details, anything showing up, of course, I want to bring it to your attention immediately so you know what is actually going on and how your benefits may be impacted, boosted, declined, whatever, things like this stuff. So again, it's here for you in any way that I can be. Again, as always, make sure to subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Share the video with your friends, family, social media. Again, a share button right down below. Go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, including those that I have linked down below in the description or at the top of the comment section. And again, enjoy your day. That's about it. Have a good one. Leave a comment, question, feedback down below if you need anything else, if you want me to come back and elaborate, or stay tuned. I'll be here for you every single day, and I'll bring you the latest details as I'm finding that information. So enjoy, take care, and catch you again later.